Yeah, get it on. Got to get on the chest. Jiaoying Summers is back in studio, who we always love. Good to see you, my dear.
I'm so happy to be here. I really get it that inconsistency is what drives my pussy. You know, you can just never call me and booty call will fuck. But if you are nice to me one day, you just forgot to texting me, I'll block you.
Jason Mayhem Miller's here. We'll get into that in a second. I feel like Jiaoying may have been talking about an idea that we had off the air.
Oh yeah.
So you know, there's a part where we record, but they don't know what we said before.
I see. We said something really nasty about people who's not consistent.
Yeah. So the consistency is a callback.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And so if you're inconsistent with you, it dries your pussy out.
Yeah, I'm dry. I've been seeing this guy for 2 months. We are breaking up. He does not know it yet.
He doesn't know it?
No, it's happening. It just, he's been really sweet. Then one day, he did not text me for 72 hours.
That's 3 days.
That's a missing person.
Yeah. So, that's true.
Yeah, it's like 24 hours.
He doesn't text you for 3 days?
No, he didn't text me for 3 days, and he's looking at all my stories.
You can tell.
So he's alive.
Do you know he's looking at your stories?
Yes, I see his face there. Yeah, he's looking at. I can see the little circle with his face. He sees every single story, but he won't text me for 72 hours. So after 72 hours, I have alarm, and I blocked him.
So you're breaking up with him?
Yeah.
How long have you been going out with him?
Almost 2 months, but we've been traveling, so we've been on like 4 dates. Yeah, he's cute, and he has good dick, but the thing is that he's not consistent.
Consistency, back to our off-the-air theme.
It's everything.
Yeah, you know, inconsistency breeds a lot of anxiety.
Frustration, anxiety, self-doubt, and self-hatred, and then toxic shame.
And a dry pussy. I was once talking to Dr. Drew about this, and he said, you know, people can deal with, I could say, look, I'm going to hold your head underwater for 1 minute. And people can kind of deal with it. They go, all right, 1 minute, and then you let off, and I come up. And I go, yeah. But if you say, I'm just going to hold your head underwater, and we'll see when you come up, people freak out, obviously. And it's the inconsistency that breeds the anxiety. Like I have zero anxiety in life. My only anxiety is when I deal with inconsistent people and I have to keep telling them stuff that you're going to be right because the plane lands at 5:30, right? Yeah. Well, so you got to be there by 6 to pick me up. But for sure, right? Like you need to be there, right? Now all of a sudden I have anxiety about their inconsistencies. Yeah. We all know those people where you have to just keep saying like, you got to do this or somebody's got to check. I just got done saying to Mike August, who books all the stuff, the dates, I go, you know, my plug screen is oftentimes. So whoever does the plug screen needs to send it to you. You need to read it, check the times, check the dates, check the location, and then send it back approved so they can put it on so I don't read the wrong venue, date, or time on my thing. But I don't want to do that, but I get anxiety by that.
Yeah, you have to. And it's babysitting. And sometimes I have to lie to people. I said, we are meeting at 2. It's actually at 6 because they show up at 6. I said, we are meeting at 2. I would lie about it.
I do know people who are lied to, and they know they're lied to, and they don't have strong feelings
It's like a marriage.
But what I'm saying is if I knew my friends were lying to me about what time to show up to dinner because they know I'm late all the time, I would have feelings about it. Like I would be like, wow, am I late that much? Or am I a bad person? Or why are you doing this? Or I feel stupid. I don't think people feel that way.
They don't. People who are not consistent, they don't. They just feel like, oh, I'm on time.
I feel like your culture's more consistent than many other cultures.
Yes, I need traditional values. We have to have a first date. We kiss, and then after 2 months, when I find out you are rich, I'll fuck you. And then then I can't do one night stand. I have shame. I mean, I tried it. It's cool, but I always want to go look for a wedding ring afterwards. So I can't afford to be a hoe. I mean, I try.
I don't think there's any baggage to the one night stand with young women in America of American sort of descent or culture anymore. Mayhem, I think it's gone, right? I mean, it used to be the walk of shame, you know, the next morning she's got her high heels slung over her shoulders and she's walking barefoot to hail a cab. There's a lot of shame in it. I don't think there's the shame anymore.
Well, there's shame, but it's coming from the people who cares about what they think. The incel community is doing this new thing where they're going, oh, what's your body count? And they care about, you know, like how many men a woman has slept with for some reason, even though they're not getting any ever. And I mean, I think until a woman bangs at least 6 dudes, she don't even know what she's doing.
So you like it?
I mean, I think it's standard practice for some girl to get some, you know, warm-ups and workout and, you know what I mean? Like maybe 6 per year.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the Gen Z girls they are so strong. They are strong, independent women. So they don't care if you just dump them after you sleep with them. And they don't even say I'm dating someone. The Gen Z girls say I'm talking to someone when they are dating. It's like I'm talking. So I have this girl coming to my show. She's a Gen Z girl. She had a guy very hot. She told me I'm talking to him. I said, good. Can you tell him I want to fuck him? And she goes, I can't believe you are talking. You want to talk to him too? I said, no, I can't talk to him. I don't want to. How can I talk to him with his dick in my mouth? We don't talk anymore, but he's a good talker.
Let me say this. I used to be kind of hung up. I think it's a guy thing. I think it's a testosterone thing. When I was young, I was very hung up on who my girl had been with before me. Hung up on it. Like it bothered me. It got in the way of the relationship. I'm not proud of it at all, but it was definitely something that bothered me. And then you get older, and maybe it's just across the board with everything. You start caring less about everything.
That's what I'm saying. When I was younger, same thing. I was like, oh my God, she banged him. But now I'm like, whatever. You know, standard.
Yeah. It's always a weird. It's a weird thing. It's also here's a phenomenon. I'm interested in getting to the bottom of this, and I will tell Joe that I favorited, or I liked a tweet of Gwyneth Paltrow today talking about her power. That in a symposium that I thought we could find and ask our guests to comment on. I forgot to download it to you. Well, don't find it that fast, Joe. Jesus Christ. You're good. Can I ask you this? Can I ask everyone this? Here's a phenomenon. I had a very dear friend, maybe even a best friend, date this very beautiful stripper. And then at some point, I started dating the beautiful stripper. And at the beginning part of our relationship, it was a big win for me because I got this girl away from this guy. He didn't cheat. She didn't cheat on him, but I basically, she was not with him, and now she was with me, which was a great victory for me. But at a certain point, once we'd been together 6 months, now I went from the victory to, you fucked my friend. See, it converted back to him. It was a great victory at the beginning, and then it turned into a loss because now she's my girlfriend who fucked my best friend.
Yeah.
Versus me taking her away from my friend. You ever experience that?
I mean, at the beginning, she's a trophy. You know, you just want, this is mine, let me get this one. But then when you get attached, you become vulnerable. You become, you just like, oh my God, she fucked him.
Now she's a worn out bicycle.
Did she last longer? Did he last longer? Did she have better time? It just become, we when feeling attached, we become weak.
So you're going to dump this guy?
I don't think he want me anymore because that night I left him and we had sex. It was it was amazing. He was great, and then we were cuddling, and I just got up and left. Because I felt like I'm in this hypomania. I'm bipolar, so I can feel I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna start crying and be like, "You haven't proposed yet." You know, like my eggs are drying. I don't want to do that because we are 2 months in. So I got up and left. Very cool. I'm like, I have to go. I have to feed my cat. He's like, you don't have a cat. I said, oh, I'm getting one. So I just left.
He's like, a Haitian ate your cat.
Yeah, I'm eating my.
You don't have a cat anymore.
I left.
Morris is gone.
And then I did not text him. He did not text me. Then he realized that I think he didn't think I don't like him.
White guy?
He's half Latino, half white. So he looks white.
All right.
He's cute. I like
Mm-hmm.
him a lot, but I'm crazy, so I can't really keep him in. But it was good.
Yeah, are you on medication?
I just got on lithium. I had no idea. When I was in Kentucky, my Kentucky boyfriend dumped me. He's like, "You're bipolar." I'm like, "I don't think I've never been with a woman before. Like, I don't think I kissed a girl." But now I'm on lithium. My therapist said you're bipolar, so I'm on lithium. My problem is like my high is like I would be 3 months sleeping for 2 hours, function pretty well. Then I got low. I just have to lock myself up in a room, sleep for 2 days.
I feel like everybody under 40 is on medication, and that formerly did not exist. It did not exist. When I came up, now I grew up with a bunch of scroungy valley douchey dudes, construction dudes, football guys, no one had a doctor. If you said to me when I was 18, who's your doctor? I'd be like, I don't know. I don't have a doctor. We don't have a family doctor. There was no psychiatrist. There'd be nowhere to go. So we just did without. But I think there's way too many people on medication under the age of 40 because everyone I know under 40 is on some sort of mood stabilizing thing. Study comes out every 15 minutes that says the key to mental health is hikes in nature and classical music and all that. So I guess my question to you is, are you taking your nature hikes?
I am trying to meditation, and I go to workout every morning now.
Okay.
I'm afraid of. I'm on like 150 lithium. It's like the lowest dose, very low. So I'm trying to basically work out as much as I can, hot yoga, and walk with my dog.
Hot yoga.
Yeah, hot yoga is good because it snatches you. It really snatches you fast, like a bad flu. It really gets you skinny.
Yeah, I used to do a little hot yoga.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, there's a couple things that were tough about it. I sweat big, so hot yoga for me is like a real hot mess. I'm in a puddle of my own stuff. The other thing is they put guys in positions, not physically, but emotionally and mentally, where you're just set up for failure.
Yeah.
You walk in and there's hot chicks wearing a body sock.
Yeah.
And then they put mirrors everywhere. And then they tell the chick in front of you to get down, put her palms on the floor, keep her feet down, and now take your left leg and raise it as high. I'm 3 feet behind this chick's snatch, and I'm sorry, but I can't avoid a look.
3/4 chub the whole time.
Yeah, what I mean is like...
Yeah, and only one guy in the classroom too. Only one guy.
It's like saying, look, hey, we're going to take a cat. We're going to tell him to lay down in the living room. Then we're going to take a piece of fishing string and we're going to put it on a stuffed mouse and we're just going to drag it slowly from. Now, cat, don't you look. Don't you lift a paw. How dare you? How dare you even look at that mouse? It's like we are hardwired to look. There's mirrors everywhere. I'm not doing it with my eyes closed. We're not 8 feet apart. We're 2 feet apart. You packed a hot chicken in front of me, and there's one to my right, and now they're going full fucking spread eagle. And sorry, I must observe because I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once in a while, you'll like look, and you find yourself like catching a look, and then you see someone sees you, and now you feel pervy and weird.
Yeah.
This is set up for failure.
It's tough for guys.
If you want to do it, there needs to be a different outfit for the yoga, the co-ed hot
Maybe
yoga.
like a baggy outfit, like a Billie Eilish outfit, so you can't see what's inside.
Mayhem knows. When you cut weight, you put on that plastic bag outfit,
Tarp.
right? You
Yeah,
put that
exactly,
big thing with you look like this.
Kanye.
You
Kanye
look
trash
like
bag.
the Michelin Man. Yeah, you put on the Kanye trash. Hey, bitches, you want to sweat?
that's the
Guess
best.
who's going to sweat in a trash bag? I mean, it's called hot yoga.
Yeah.
You come here to sweat. Let's do it right.
Or RT duty swim like a spacesuit.
Yeah, I think Kanye's sweatsuit would work, and then I could do this without a boner, without my head on a swivel.
No Kim Kardashian skims. Skims are too tight.
No skims.
Skims too tight.
What is that stuff called? Is it Aveline?
Buddy, yeah, you don't know all about it.
I used to box. Yeah. There's a cream you rub boxers, and I get anyone trying to cut weight.
Yeah.
You rub on your skin. It's called Aveline?
Abilene. Yeah.
Abilene.
Abilene.
It's a makeup remover that like supposedly opens up your pores, and then the whole deal is you get in a trash bag suit, run around in a sauna box, same as Bikram yoga but different, and then. I don't know. And then the whole deal was I'd done it so many times where I was thinking I'm taking years off my life right now. Where I'm just
How much
sweating.
could you cut?
22 pounds was the limit. Like that's how many pounds I cut in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It was a
To
tough
get
life.
down to 184?
Yeah, 85.
It's like,
yeah.
85.
it's like losing a twin.
Yes, exactly.
It is. It is a weird. The only that it's weird. You can do it though, right?
You can do it. It ain't to be done, but you can do it.
That's
Yeah.
not good for your body.
I
to-
don't think it's good.
I know. I'm
No.
like in Japan losing like 22 pounds and thinking, these Toyota engineers are going to watch me die.
How did you? And then, what is the way you hydrate and renourish after you weigh in?
I mean, you eat fruit and drink till you vomit and like.
Oh, you do vomit?
I mean, the craziest one was after that 22 pounds I did. I went
22
to
pounds in what period of time?
How many days?
3 days, like 2.5 days. I got off the
Wow.
plane. I was so heavy. I just came off an injury and I had to make this weight. Like they were big money fight, had to do it. And I went all the way, in Japan, everything's super efficient. So we had this great big weigh-in, very like cameras flashing and this kind of, wild thing. And they immediately, after the weigh-in, moved us all out for a big, lavish wedding party. And I vomited right in the middle of their wedding party. Yeah. It was pretty beautiful, yeah.
Because
Wow.
after you step off the scale, you eat and
Yes,
drink.
just influx of everything and Pedialyte and water and, and then you do an IV and, it's like a medical emergency when you come back out of there. It's
What
pretty
food
wild.
do you eat before a fight?
Oh, I was always like carbo loading, like where you're always eating some pasta or some type of something that will give you sustained energy during the during the match and some basic sugars right beforehand.
So, but if you want to do the hot yoga right, you get in the Kanye trash bag suit,
Yeah.
you put the
Yeah.
Abilene on, you rub it on all over,
I'm
and
gonna
you
do that.
sweat out the real weightage.
Yeah, getting my revenge body.
Yeah, and then guys won't have to have a boner looking up your snatch.
Yeah, that's important. Also, I was watching the debate, and Trump said the immigrants are coming to eat the dog and cats. I was very offended because we all know cat meat is super sour. Like, if I want to eat a cat, I want something sour, I'll just have Billie Eilish sit on my face.
Look,
Cat meat is super sour because they are bad. They are very evil animals. They are evil.
Oh,
so
yeah.
their meat is very sour. Nobody
Listen.
eats cats. Like in China, we have cat running around everywhere. Nobody touch them.
no, listen. I look. When they get into this story, did it happen? Didn't it happen? Did it happen? Didn't it happen? Look, if I was of another culture and I was living on the street or living hand to mouth or I didn't have money or whatever, I don't think I would eat a cat. But if I saw a duck and I was just hanging out at the park
Yeah.
and there was a bunch of ducks like walking, like I could just, all I got to do is I got to go bum one piece of matzah, sit down on a park bench and just toss a couple broken pieces. And this thing that is a delicacy and I'm busted is going to walk up to me. And it's not like I stole a rancher's duck. It's just ducks. It's
Yeah.
just ducks at the park. I mean, I would eat that.
The ducks are very stupid. They're
know.
slow and dumb.
That's why it was easier to catch the duck.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that. People go out pheasant hunting and duck hunting and turkey hunting. What's the difference?
Bunnies are cute. No, also yummy. Rabbits are super, super delicious.
Oh, they are?
Spicy bunnies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But have you had cat?
No, I think a cat they have spirit and they're gonna fuck you up. They're gonna really mess it up for you in your
You're
life.
right.
Because they have spirit. You see the black cat in the night, they look like
Oh, so it's bad juju to
bad
eat
juju.
a cat.
Yeah, and also their meat is very sour. We know that.
Yeah.
Because they are cats are just like little cunty, overbearing animals. They don't have good meat.
Agreed.
Yeah.
No.
Horse. They tricked me into horse.
They did.
Bambies
Yep.
are also good. Bambies.
Bambi's delightful. Yeah.
They tricked you into horse.
Yeah.
Horse.
In Japan, yeah.
How was it?
Horse jerky?
Not bad. No, not
bad.
jerky. I thought it was sushi.
Steak.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It was
very
like-
red. The meat is very
I
red,
was
right?
I was at the sumo small. We're at the small. I was small. Oh, sumo. The sumo restaurant, and they just feed you. Like it's a stew and crazy. And they gave me a side order, and they waited until I full ate it. And like, oh, you like that? And I was like, yeah. And like, oh, it is horse. I was like, oh, thanks, bud. You know, I don't know. With my cowboy mentality, I don't think I could have done it if they didn't trick me into it. But it wasn't bad.
What happened if you said like this horse won Kentucky Derby? Would you be happy?
Then I would be happier. Yeah, I would feel strong.
We have the clip of Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm dying to see it.
Put on the screen, by the way, on my little screen, and when we do it, so I don't forget. You don't have to do it now, but in general, I don't know. I just saw this on X today, and I just thought, I love the superhero, strong, proud, word salad women, and I just realized this is just the era we're living in. This Gwyneth is going to encapsulate where we're at right now in terms of society. You can play it.
When you think about the word power, how do you define it?
I mean, there are a lot of different ways I think you could answer this question, right? Because we have these external ideas of power and abuse of power and personal power. So I'm just going to tell you what it means for me. And I feel most powerful when I am ruthlessly aligned with myself. And
all right,
I am
pause it
accepting.
for a second. I don't know that I've ever been ruthlessly aligned with myself, but I feel power. What is this weird power talk? Like we go, you're a hero, you're a rock star, the power. We need to give they do this shit all the time. They go, every woman should feel powerful. It's like, every woman, there's way too many.
She feels too much power. She has a vagina candle. She sells a candle, smell like her vagina.
Yeah.
That's how she thinks how good her pussy is. And her daughter's name is Apple.
Yeah, I got...
Apple has worm? Like, why would you name your daughter a fruit?
Yeah, I don't...
I don't know.
She's got power. Well, we'll keep going. I have thoughts.
Made in a sweatshop.
But we'll keep going, yeah.
I feel most powerful when I am ruthlessly aligned with myself.
Ruthlessly.
And I am accepting every part of myself, even like, when you lie in bed and you think like, oh, I wish I hadn't handled that way. I wish, I hadn't like kissed someone else's boyfriend in high school. All
right, pause. All right, first off, don't you hate when people make up false stuff to sort of beat themselves up on, but it's really a zero burger? Like, you really lament kissing someone else's boyfriend when you were 16? Is that what you lament about? Or is it your divorce? Or blowing some producer to get a job?
Or like
you know what I mean?
One
It's just
skiing accident, right? She almost killed somebody.
I can't get that out of my head.
I'm just saying, I hate it when people go, Mayhem, I know you've had your trials and your tribulations. I know you've been strung out on stuff. I know you spent time in prison. I struggle myself. I'm kind of a chocoholic, I love chocolate, but I don't eat it, But I understand. I'm human as well.
We're the same.
I have foibles and flaws. I'm just as God made me.
It's like looking into a mirror.
Sometimes I'll lay in bed and I'll think about eating one of those Toll House morsels, and I know they're small. But I beat myself up, and I know you're full-blown junkie and incarcerated, and God knows what happened in prison. We won't even get into those details, but I do like chocolate.
Major, is that Nepo baby energy?
Yeah, I don't know, but I hate when people go, I don't think I'm perfect. I have flaws. whatever. And then you think back on a totally innocuous thing that everyone did and no one would judge you about. And then you cite that.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't cite being addicted to pornography.
Yeah,
and constantly masturbating with your kids in the next room.
I lament my pussy is so sideways and tight. I can't.
Right. You would never say that.
Yeah, I make men come so fast because it's so tight. It's my fault. I feel so bad about it.
She stays up at night thinking about her flaws.
I kissed someone's girlfriend when I was 16. Sometimes someone's boy. She was born beautiful. She's rich. She got all the opportunity.
She's a Nepo baby.
She
and made her
she
business.
Got an Oscar.
That's fine. But
and she also said that she'd rather have her kids die than eating gluten. She said that.
Gluten?
Yeah, she's like, I'd rather they should just die rather than eating gluten because gluten's so bad for you. Die? Have you seen starving children in Africa?
Yeah, I don't think she's like, and all this weird, I accept myself now 100%. I'm totally agnostic about myself. I have no thoughts about myself. I just have thoughts about shit I need to do, and then shit I need to fix, and then shit I can do, and then shit I can't do. But I don't have these thoughts about accepting. But maybe I should.
It was bad though. I went to yoga and meditation. This teacher is helping you to basically meditate and know you are enough. You are beautiful just the way you are. And I did that. I did yoga and I was sweaty. I took a shower. I had a date, but I was gonna be, I'm enough. I'm going there with no makeup on, just from the yoga studio. I went there.
On a date?
On a date. It's
From
like
the hot yoga?
Yeah, after hot yoga, I washed myself and I went to the date. It was brunch date. This guy is very cute. He was nice to me actually. I had no makeup on.
You don't need
touching
it,
my
baby.
hair. And he started touching my hair. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cute. And then he touched my neck. I'm like, he's going to choke me. Oh my God. Then he's like, did not choke me. I'm like, what are you doing? Because looking for the Adam apple.
Oh.
Like an Asian woman, no makeup on. I look like a man. Like,
You do not.
Oh, man.
All right, more Gwyneth, I think, or go back 10 seconds and then we'll do more Gwyneth. Sorry.
Every part of myself, even like, when you lie in bed and you think like, oh, I wish I hadn't have handled that way. I wish, I hadn't like kissed someone else's boyfriend in high school. I wish,
Just made that up.
whatever, all the stuff. It's like, I've started to fully embrace myself and all my mistakes. And
I know,
when
she's
I'm
such
like,
a shit
nope,
show.
this is me. This is all of me. I'm the good. I'm the bad. I'm imperfect. I've made terrible mistakes. I've accomplished a lot. Like, I'm a good mother. I'm all this stuff. And then I'm like, I can stand on my own 2 feet really powerfully.
I love that answer.
Powerful.
Power
man.
being who you are
This
and
is-
embracing you are.
This is,
yeah.
we're going to get Kamala Harris as president because of this fucking, because everyone's this mind virus of everyone fucking talking
said,
in a
yeah.
circle about nothing, about power and empowering other women and whatever.
she said, I'm the good, I'm the bad. She should say the ugly, like the
Yeah,
movie.
like the
But
Clint Eastwood movie.
Yeah, but then she says, I'm the good, I'm the bad, I'm accomplished so much.
All right, nobody's really had a better genetic hand dealt to them than Gwyneth Paltrow. It's really tough to get above her in terms of just God's hand dealt to you and living in America in modern times. You don't really get a better hand. And if you like yourself, but you don't like yourself, but you think, why are you taking so many naked pictures of yourself if you're struggling with yourself all the time? All right, anyway, more word salad doesn't mean anything. I just like the idea that she's fully embracing her power. And here's the other thing. Here's what I thought when I saw this. The power and all this weird hero, power, hero. All these fucked up, retarded superhero movies that middle-aged men are coming over.
Yeah.
I don't think that shit would have flown in the 70s. Adult dudes, like, we watch movies like Serpico and Dog Day Afternoon and Midnight Cowboy. And we had like Papillon, like we had dirty, gritty, dark, Godfather-y. Like we made films, and it wasn't a bunch of dudes with muscles bulging and a big cod piece, showing in a cape, like firing shit out of their hand at fake guys that were CGI'd. Middle-aged dudes wouldn't have gone along with this kind of homoerotic superhero bullshit. Wolverine is fighting whatever the fuck, Duckman. What? Wolverine is fighting. It's gay erotica. It's for kids. You shouldn't accept this after the age of 15. You really shouldn't. You go to those theaters, and a bunch of 52-year-old dudes are like, I'm really excited that Wolverine is fighting Jack-o'-lantern over here. And it's like, that's for kids. It's for kids. We used to make real movies. This is a new weird superpower delayed. We're in some sort of sustained adolescence or something, right? Is that what's going on?
I can't watch superhero movies.
Adults wouldn't have spoke this way 30 years ago.
Yeah, I'm too communist abused and crazy. I don't think it's real. I'm just like, no.
That interview in the 80s would have been a woman going, so Paltrow, you've built a company worth $200 million. What did you start with seed money wise? Like, what's the initial investment for people that got in on that? And what are some of the products that are your best selling money makers with the most margin for profit? They wouldn't be like, tell us about recapturing your power. They wouldn't have talked about that. They would have talked about like products and starting a business.
Yeah, something useful for the kids to know is useful rather than just like, I'm enough. No,
right.
You're not.
The reason I don't like it is because all the dumpy chicks in the audience are looking at Paltrow going, yeah, I got to get my power now. Like, no, you don't, bitch. You got to make food.
Yeah,
go home.
She was born with power. She had everything.
That's right. That's right. All right. Here's a thought that I had yesterday. I tweeted back to somebody, and it was one of those things where it was kind of a joke, but then I thought, oh, I cannot be the first person to think of this. But then I thought, I still never heard it anywhere before, and I would like to start adopting this, okay, as Americans. This guy tweets me. I get on this long thread with my Twitter fans about a door planer, a carpenter's door planer, because I like talking tools. And then this guy writes me and he says I'm right about the Porter Cable door planer. And he goes, and this is your buddy. I listen to all the podcasts. It's your friend from down under. All right. He's in Australia. All right. And then I write back, thanks, from your friend up over. Because they're down under. Why aren't we up and over? You know what I mean? And then why don't we sign off up and over? Get the upper hand. You know what I mean? Like when we're talking to someone from New Zealand or Australia, whoever's doing the down under, let's hit them with the up over. Anyone we're above, Joe, you're going to have to, let's see what this thing said. And then I said, and then somebody wrote back, oh, yeah, that's funny or something. And I said, but somebody must have.
Yeah.
We need to be, if they're down under, they've said down under $200 million.
They keep saying it.
And then someone wrote back, well, what about the strippers, the thunder from down under? And I'd be, well, we'd be the thunder from up over, which sounds better. You know what I mean? But as Americans, we need to start doing that.
Yeah, they like to say it. I have one fan said he's from down under. I said, are you from the beyond? He said, no, I'm from Australia. I'm like, oh, okay.
Can we adopt up over here in the United States?
Sexy. Yeah, up over.
Feels a little bit like we're punching down, though. I gotta say,
we are. We're
over.
Literally
up and over.
What? I'm sorry. What did he say? You put it on the screen there, Joe. I just want to see what he said. But yes, we are punching down literally. But that's fine. He's talking about making his own door jam styles and hanging internal doors, or saying interior and exterior doors. Still have them 25 years later. We're talking about door jams and mortising and routers and planers. Anyway, he says he's a car guy. He's an independent thinker from here, from Australia. Love the show, Ace. Yeah, what'd the guy say from down under though? That's anyway, it doesn't matter. He said it. I said up over, and I'm sticking with my story.
Yeah.
And then here's. Oh, maybe it's somebody else responding to templates and door jams. Is this where it is? Or is this? You want me to read this, Joe? Have it in here? Okay, you can get. If you don't want me to read it, you can get rid of it. Or it will confuse me. But is that? Do we find the down under, or am I making that up? Anyway, doesn't matter. Look on the globe. Is Australia really just under? Who are they under? Are they right under us? Are they all? Where are they?
They're around the corner, kind of. You know.
Down under.
Who else gets to claim the up over mantle? And then you could claim the up over mantle wherever you are on the globe, because somebody would be under
down
you.
Under. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a missionary.
Yeah.
When we're on top, you're on top. You're up.
All right, but anyway, if we ever talk to anyone from Australia, it's good day from up over.
Yeah.
Let's beat them to the punch, and let's assert our dominance.
Should we call them down south?
No.
They'll be mad.
I've sat and heard down under for
They keep saying it.
50 years,
They
and
keep
I've never
saying it.
realized we should have a response
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
Someone under who? Us? Well, then where are we? We're up over. And we could write a song. I come from the land up over.
That's a good song.
Something we got to rhyme with over. But we could. Someone has to write.
No, I've been sitting here thinking Clover.
Yeah, someone needs to write a land up over, and we'll work NASCAR.
Yeah.
And kicking ass in World
Right,
Wars.
yes.
Chili dogs, fake tits,
Apple pie.
Cadillacs. Like everybody needs. So we need to write the land up over
Oh my God.
song.
America fuck yell up over.
You familiar with Men at Work, the band?
No.
You probably don't know that song, do you?
Which one?
The song I'm referencing, but I'm doing the opposite.
I come
Yeah.
from a land
Down
down
under.
under.
Oh, I heard it before.
You know that song,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's famous.
It is.
Yeah.
We know this song.
Well, play a little of it, Dawson, 'cause I'm now intrigued. I need to land up over.
You never let go of the wacky songs. Like in another life, you're a Weird Al
I
type
was
character.
Weird Al or Dr. Demento
Yeah.
in another life. All right, well, we'll play a couple seconds of that
Wow, I
song.
gotta see the video too. Oh,
Yeah.
It's time for a remake.
Where's Volkanowski?
wow.
Yeah. Oh, he's the MMA guy?
Yeah. He always comes out to this song. We love
Oh,
it.
he does?
Yeah. So now I have that response of I can't wait to see this guy fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's all the hippies.
She made me nervous.
Not great lyrics.
No.
And gave me breakfast. And she said,
I come from a land up over.
women go and men wonder.
Yeah, all right. Somebody write it. All right. My only thought about that. Are they under us?
Get
Is that how it
ChatGPT.
works? Like when you look at the globe? I mean, I never
Under
really
China.
checked.
Yeah, but they're
Right.
right under China, but they're like around the corner from America.
That's the down
Under
part.
me.
That's
They're
the
right-
down
Yeah.
part.
They're under me.
It just takes like a good minute to get over there. So
Well, look, if you guys want to claim up over, I could sell it to you, but I already copywrote it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
So it's-
licensing it to China.
Yeah.
We'll see
Yeah.
how much we pay licensing.
Oh,
for
yeah,
it.
you guys rip off all our
We
stuff.
steal everything.
Timu already
Yeah, we
has
take
that.
everything.
Timu already has shirts, bro. You're done.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
In Yiwu little markets are making shirt.
All right. Yeah, you take our intellectual property and you
Yeah.
knock it off.
Yeah.
So I would try to sell you up over, but you guys would probably just rip it off.
We're just gonna order translate it in China. I already sent them.
Oh, no, don't do it. Don't
Too
do
late.
it. That's mine. That's mine. I need to be fairly compensated for that. All right. Let's take a break. We got some news to do's. Yeah. And
Plenty
I
of
think,
news.
let's see. Still got, ooh. All right. We'll do some news. I have the, remember where I like to say that if this was a war, we'd all be dead?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the show breakdown. It says in the third act, we have the guest from 2 or 3 days ago.
Perfect.
If you look at it. Now, you know what I'm going to say? I'm just going to go ahead and say cutting and pasting is a very dangerous thing. I think every fuck up I've read in the last 6 years, someone goes, oh, because I cut and pasted the other. And I'm like, you can just write the name. You can just write the name. You don't have to. Doesn't it? Well, for me, I'm incapable of doing, but cutting and pasting the name of a city feels like more work than just writing the name of the correct city. Doesn't it? Does it feel like a time saver or waster? I think cutting and pasting is where we went south here. Byron, was it a cut and paste issue or what did we run into here?
That was a me issue. So we didn't cut and paste. That was took the rundown document that I always use, put in Jiaoying in our first block, replaced the news from yesterday that I was doing with Jason Mayhem Miller. And then obviously I forgot that we have a shorter show today, so I didn't even go into the third block where I could have just put nothing or open show. But instead, Connie Wang is still there.
Ah, Chinese.
She sounds
Interesting. Are we sure they all just don't look alike to you, Joe?
Oh,
I mean,
racism.
what's the difference? Asian
The
comedian,
truth is, I just
Asian
didn't
comedian?
get to the down under part of the rundown today.
Yes. All right.
Up over.
Up over. All right. Mayhem, you got some news?
I definitely do have some news.
All right, we're still doing 3 breaks, though, right? Or 2 breaks, right? Okay. We'll take a break. We'll do some news with Mayhem Miller right after this. Simply Safe. We got to love me some Simply Safe. I've used it. I've trusted it. I've recommended it for years. They've been with us longer than almost any sponsor. And I've partnered with them to offer my listeners peace of mind and 50% off. Just visit simplysafe.com/Adam. Again, you go online, you set up the system you need. You know how many sensors and cameras and whatnot. You get all set up. It's sent to you, and you set it up yourself. You do in a half an hour, and, if you move, you take the system with you. They have exclusive 24/7 lifeguard protection. Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm and can even see and speak to intruders inside of your home. Install and activate in less than an hour. This is the brand we go with. It's Simply Safe. 2 eyes in there, right, Dawson?
Get 50% off a new Simply Safe system plus free indoor security camera with Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafe.com/Adam to claim this discount. That's simplysafe.com/Adam. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Morgan and Morgan. Life can be crazy sometimes, and one person's negligence can result in another's settlement. That's right. So if you've ever been injured, check out Morgan and Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers. More than $20 billion recovered for 500,000 plus clients. So that's big. Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you the full and fair compensation. Going on the road and doing stand-up every weekend, well, that can be hard. But submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan, that's easy. So if you got a situation, you need to talk to a pro. You talk to Morgan & Morgan, right, Dawson?
If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/Adam or dial #law, #529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/Adam or #law, #529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement.
But you can't cancel me. You can't pronounce my name, so. I was at Starbucks and I ordered a coffee and the barista is like, I'm sorry, can I just call you Joanna? I cannot pronounce your name. I said, it's Jiaoying. She goes, I cannot do that. I said, but you're making me pronounce the cappuccino. She goes, what is it? Is it a Chinese name? I said, yes, it's a Chinese name. She goes, oh, you Chinese people come to our country and steal our jobs. So I said, honey, you make a minimum wage. I did not come to America to steal your job. Your job is safe, Amber. The worst part is that she thinks I cannot fuck my way to the middle.
Jiaoying Summers is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Jiaoying's got dates, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We, let's see, at the Hayworth Theater in Los Angeles. Coming up from a date we'd already passed.
Yes, it was from yesterday.
Okay. We got to stop cutting and pasting? Or Hey, remember I gave that? Remember I always say if this was a war, we'd all be dead? I like to say that. It's a weird thing because I say it all the time and everyone thinks I'm fucking around. I'm not fucking around. We would have bombed ourselves 1,000 times over.
Send airstrike coordinates directly to us.
Literally in the last 2.5 days, we've done, we'd be dead. We'd be dead. There's no doubt we'd bomb ourselves. I'd be in the building. But on a good note, September 13th, oh, this is good. Now, this is interesting. Are you at the Ice House September 13th and September 15th, or are you
Yes.
through?
And
So
15
not the 14th.
No 14th.
Okay, good. That's correct. We didn't bomb ourselves on that one. That's Ice House, and that's coming up. And where do you go for live shows?
Maryland and Philly and New York.
Well,
after
those are the
next week.
cities you go. Sorry, what website do you go
Oh,
to?
summerscomedy.com.
There. All right, Mayhem. News?
Social media is heating up over why Asians don't have body odor.
Oh, really?
I don't.
You don't?
I really don't have. I'm serious. I don't have body odor. I don't have hair. I don't have hair.
Well,
Oh, you got,
waft
a
it over
nice,
this
you got a
direction.
nice tattoo over there.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I don't have hair here, but I have major bush. Yeah, that's why
Noted.
it's,
Noted.
it's the same as this
Yeah.
beautiful table. I'm
Major
serious.
Bush was my gay porn name. What's your tattoo say?
Oh, it's from I Ching, the Chinese. 天行健，君子以自强不息；地势坤，君子以厚德载物。Is that the way the heaven moves? That a gentleman is racist, sexist, so it's gentlewoman too, because they only believe in men. You have to work hard so you can achieve goodness. And the way of the earth moves, like you have to be nice to people so you can keep your money and your status.
That's a lot. Couldn't we put that on a Post-it and just put on the dash of your car?
I think so. We can put
Do you have to put that on you? You know what I mean? Like I put it on a Post-it and put it on the dash of your car, and I feel like you'll get a lot more viewing out of it than
I
your
think
upper
so.
arm.
Yeah.
But it looks good.
Thank you. I want my mom to not be happy about her life.
Oh,
She's
she
very,
must hate the
very
tattoo.
angry. She has a little knife. She's like, I'll remove the skin, just the skin.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't want her little baby
But
to have a tattoo.
Asian mom has eyeliner tattoos.
Oh, they do?
I'm like, that's a tear dot, mom.
Like she did
You
prison.
belong to prison. Yeah. You can't get a job. You have a face tattoo.
Well, they say that there's a mutation in the ABCC11 gene, protein in the sweat glands that help transport fatty compounds or lipids from cell to the sweat. It doesn't happen. So,
Well, it's okay. Let's break it down.
I can listen to a fighter try to be a scientist is making me gay. I'm just like,
I like it. All right,
You're
look,
welcome.
Look, I never had a BO issue. Some dudes have a BO issue, and then everyone always talks about cleanliness. You know, like, dude, shower, dude, you gotta hit shower. It's like, no, that dude has an enzyme, and the flora and the fauna in his gut make him smell the way he. But nobody is less clean than me. I'm the dirtiest person around, but I just never had a BO issue.
Yeah.
I could go to football practice all day, not take a shower, sweat right through everything, go to bed that night, get up the next morning, and I wouldn't have funk. I don't
You're lucky.
have that. Yeah, I'm lucky in that department. But then I have other things, like my forehead would sweat a lot. I was a big head sweater. And people go, dude, what are you so nervous or you're on drugs? I'm like, no, my head sweats. And they go, well, that guy doesn't sweat, so he must not be nervous or on drugs. Okay.
He's picky.
No, it's a fucking genetic thing. It's like blaming someone for being short or having male pattern baldness. Like people just have what they have. And different cultures have different things, different civilizations. And we as Americans are always like, no, there's no difference. There's no. Yes, there is differences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing about that gene is that it gives less or more dry, less goopy earwax.
Oh.
That's that whole thing. I know that's another you
Yeah.
have that? The dry, crusty earwax?
no, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah, because it's so dry, I can't get it out of my ear. I don't remember.
So
You never had to deal with it. All right.
wait, would you have less earwax with that gene?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
no. It's I've heard of this before. It's more of a dry, instead like us, Whitey has the goopy gunk. You
Flaky.
supposedly have a flaky,
yeah. It's dry like
dust.
cocaine.
Yeah,
Exactly.
There's
I'm
like
just like,
I'll do a
Yeah.
line of that.
there's different like there's Japanese people have issues with drinking alcohol. Like there's just different enzymes, different bodies. There's just differences, which is fine. Which I never really got why we were so like hell bent against all that. Like I was like, there's Labradors, there's Pit Bulls, there's Chihuahuas. They're all dogs, but they're just a little different breeds. You know what I
different
mean?
species.
Yeah. No, they're not
No,
a
not
different.
different
They're
species.
not a different species. The
different
point
breeds.
is they're the same species,
Same
but a
species.
different breed.
Variation.
Different braid.
And so it's like they go, yeah, they got honeybees. I got some of your Manuka honey, by the way. I haven't tried it yet, but it just showed up yesterday.
Nice.
They got honeybees, and then there's like Africanized killer bees.
Oh.
But they both are bees. One will kill you if you're walking through a field, and the other will bother you. But they're bees, but they're different. It's okay. Now I'll get into which cultures
Yeah, right.
are Africanized killer bees and which ones are the good honeybees in the next episode.
Yeah, an overwhelming amount of East Asians have the mutation. It's present only in 3% of European and African population.
Yeah,
So,
well, and here's the other thing I keep telling everybody all the time, and this is the part they don't like. If we have, I always tell people, look, if there's music, for instance, they do all these tests, right? And they go, turns out classical music makes you smarter. When you listen to a lot of classical music, you get smarter. And I go, oh, that's cool. But here's where I go. If there's a music that makes you smarter, there's got to be music that makes you dumber. Because it can't just all be up.
Yeah.
Because I'm from the land up over, right? All right. So then there's ranchero music and rap. And that makes you dumb.
Oh, man.
You see what I'm saying? There can't just be one music that makes you smarter. It's just, it go the other way. There can't just be one culture that doesn't smell that much without the smelliest culture. And that's my job, is to find the smelly cultures, not to reward the unsmelly cultures, but to find and ridicule the smelliest of the cultures.
oh my God. Man.
Now, to me, there's a thing. You say only 3% of European whatever. So we're going somewhere. We already know it's a low percentage of this gene is to the smelly Euro culture.
We're catching it.
Right? Then we can factor in average weight, hair mass, body hair mass. Like we could
Fine.
diet. We could work this out.
Yeah.
They never give the report on the smelliest. It's always just, the unsmelliest. I want the smelliest culture. Follow up.
Yeah, they can marry the Asian woman and have. If you marry an Asian woman, there's two things: you won't have a ginger baby, and also you won't be stinky. But they can't drive though, so you have to really.
It's a balance.
Asian women are sort of, they're a catch, and I get it. Like when they, you go, these guys, they love Asian women. It's like, well, they love women. And so if you kind of go like, well, what do they want in a woman? Well, they don't want a hairy back. They don't.
Yeah.
They want hairless. They want, so when the women probably spend in America $2 billion a year just removing hair from themselves.
I never waxed my leg before. I have nothing on my leg.
You never wax your leg.
I don't
That's
have
my
anything.
point. That's my point. No razor in the shower. No, where's my razor? It's in the shower. None of that with you. So men want hairless. Okay, good. All right. We like a tone, a skin tone, which is not really Conan O'Brien's color, but we also don't want Wesley Snipes' color. We like it a little in between, a little dark. Oh, well, women spend billions of dollars a year removing hair and spraying tan on themselves. So don't tell me we don't want these things. We want hairless and a couple shades darker. Got that. We like the smooth skin. They got that. We got the, generally petitier little trimmer than, let's say, the honky-tonks over here. And, listens a little more attentive.
Yeah,
perhaps,
like more,
a little more
traditional.
Yeah, a little more traditional. So there's all these things, and then you go, this guy's got it for Asian women. He's upset, he's got some sort of fetish, and it's like, that's really just a fetish for chicks, and they're just a little chickier.
Oh my God, he just wants to save money on his woman. If it's an Asian woman, does not have to spend money on marriage therapy because Asian women are trained with a Confucius value. Is that the man and the husband come first.
Yes.
If the husband dies, listen to your brother, and then let's save money with the tanning and the shaving, waxing. It's
think
all
that's
money.
what
It's very
I think
expensive.
that's what I'm
One
saying.
pussy wax is $90.
90 for a wax?
Yeah, and the legs, everything is money every day.
Hey, can I ask you a sensitive question about a sensitive area?
Yeah.
For the white women, all the women who do all the sensitive area bikini waxings and all the stuff down there, weird bleachings, and I don't even know what goes on down there, but all those women are Asian. And I think there's a thing when white women pull up who look like Gwyneth Paltrow, and there's this culture they don't even recognize. They don't mind just dropping the panties and letting them get down there because it feels so far away from who they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sort of like you could... Mayhem, you could get a rub and tug from any Asian culture, but if there's some redheaded chick who kind of reminded me of your mom, your sister, your mom, like it'd be weird. Like we do the naughty stuff because there's like, first off, I don't even know what they're talking about. I don't understand who they're going to talk. They don't know anyone I know. They're eating someone's pet this weekend. I don't even know who these people are. Let them tug it. Let them rip the hair off the snatch. Let them do whatever. But you're an Asian woman. And so when you go in there, do you request a white woman?
No, I request a Vietnamese woman.
You get another Asian culture.
Yeah, a different Asian culture because
that you think you're up over.
I'm up over, and the Vietnamese women they treat me like a sandwich, flip over. You know, it's like they don't see you as a human.
Right. Because I go into those places, like, even just to
I can't have a Chinese woman. Oh, my God.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah,
no.
No.
But you're at a loss. I mean, there are Chinese women who do this out here.
They
so
do,
you
but
gotta pick your
I
spot.
don't request Chinese because she's going to be like, oh. She's going to tell me
I'm
what's
reading
wrong
your
with
tattoo.
it.
I understand
yeah.
your... Oh, I know your mom.
Insecurity. Yeah. She's going to tell me what's wrong with me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Well, you need a different culture to
definitely.
do the weird stuff that you don't...
Also, we don't really, Asian women don't wax. You see Japanese porn as bushes. Because I actually think I have my bush and I feel like a guy should love to date me because if I'm dating you, I'm not cheating. Because nobody wants to fuck me with that fucking bush. Right? Like, if I'm waxed, I'm fucking everyone.
Okay, well, a firefighter was accused of starting deadly forest fires so he could be a hero.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, police have arrested a volunteer firefighter for allegedly starting deadly forest fires in Chile.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
This guy, Elias Salazar, 39, is accused of deliberately starting the blazes because he wanted to be a hero. The fires, which killed 137 people and destroyed 2,000 homes, triggered an official state of catastrophe around the central beach resort of Vina del Mar.
I don't want... listen. It's like people become cops... And you go, why are you attracted to this? And I like law enforcement. And the next thing you know, you're kind of doing criminal behavior because you're sort of in and attracted to that world. Like for me, being a cop would be weird. I'd be like, I don't want to do that job. I couldn't pull someone over. I couldn't, whatever. But like if you're attracted to it, we shouldn't want you. I feel the same with firemen. Like if you like fire, something with fire, I want to go... I want a society where we walk around. I just tap people. I go to high schools and I just walk around. I tap kids on the shoulder and go, "You're going to be a cop." And they go, "I don't want to be a cop." Exactly. That's why we need you to be a cop. You're not going to beat the shit out of anyone.
Who's men, right?
Gynecologists,
men.
cops, and firemen.
Yeah. Why?
And the ladies at the waxing center.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's easy money though. It's easy money. I can wax.
Waxing?
Yeah, if comedy don't work out, I'll be waxing pussy because I have no mercy. I'll just like pew, pew, pew. I don't care. It's like an Eastern European woman, right? Like a Russian woman and an Asian woman doing that because it's a communist people who have no feeling.
The pain of
pussy,
communism.
It's just a pussy,
Yeah,
it's
they
not
like it.
We just don't care. We're not gay because there's no gay people there, and also it's just like it's a pussy, just wax, and so like they just pay $100 to wax that thing. So stupid. You can do it at home.
Yeah, I agree. I would be weird about going and getting my ass waxed.
Yeah, but I think white people wouldn't do that. White people don't want to wax people's thing. They just think it's too weird because they think they have dignity, but they don't. If it's $100 for one wax, you should do it. Why do you make coffee for $20?
I think the white guy version of what we're talking about is sort of like the Mexican gardener, Mexican worker guy, like a white guy will like walk in and go, "Hey, Manuel, could you just pick up the garbage? There's a bunch of garbage down the gutter in front of the house. I know it's probably wet. It's been there for a while, but just clean that up and then bring the cans back to the thing and then pull that whatever." I don't know if it was just a redheaded dude standing there. I don't know that we'd be as bossy or
I think you're going to be afraid. He may fuck your wife.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah, it will be weird.
maybe think
I'll
about
be worried
that.
about it.
You're right. All right, Mayhem. Next story.
Almost 1 in 4 millennials and Gen Zers say they won't have kids due to finances. Almost a quarter of millennials and Gen Z adults without children say they plan to stay that way.
And hold on. It's not. Wait, what age is millennial and Gen Z?
Millennial is like me, 1990. Gen Z is like 2000s.
All right. Wait, 2000s.
From
You're born.
18 to 43 years old. They're
Okay.
saying
All right. Here's the thing. It's not a money thing. They say it's a money thing, but we should get some clarity on what they really mean when they say a money thing. My parents had no money and just had 2 kids, and they just went, here we are, like olden days. We're just here, you know what I mean? And they didn't have any money. My mom and my dad didn't spend any money on their children, and I'm talking about no yearbooks, no Letterman jackets, no camp sleepaway, no space camp, no college funds, no going out to dinner, no take-home food. They didn't spend any money on their children at all. And everyone just and a lot of my friends were close to us in this way financially, and everyone just kind of drifted around, played some sports, and then eventually just moved out and got a job. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Here's my theory on this is that, like before, your parents, all they had to compare themselves to is the neighbors.
Yes.
Now you have Instagram, a window to the world where you see, this lady has Gwyneth Paltrow's dress on and a vagina candle burning and has all the trappings and sends her kids with Leatherman jacket and all this jazz. And now nobody wants to have a kid where they can't have all of these things.
I beg to differ to some degree.
It's a value thing, I think.
Oh, that's look, this is part of it, what you're saying. Here's the new world order. The Surgeon General, and Joe, you can look this up. And did we do this story? I can't remember. But we did. The pussy Surgeon General just said it was like hazardous to your health to be a parent or put you on some sort of stress list or something. So, couple things. We've all become narcissists like Gwyneth Paltrow. We're all going to lay around and self-reflect on being the best self. Making you an egg salad sandwich is not me at my best self. You know what I mean? My best self is I lay in bed and I forgive myself, not do your fucking laundry.
Yeah.
That's not me at my best. Me at my best self is not wiping your ass, making you a sandwich, driving you to your friend's house or school's house, doing your fucking dirty laundry, or catching you beating off in the basement. That's not me at my best self. Me at my best self is I lay on my bed and I forgive myself. So fuck you. I'm forgiving myself.
Yeah.
So A, we're all turning it in. B, and what is that article, Dawson, you hold in your hand?
The Surgeon General declared that parental mental health is an urgent public health issue.
Yes, and he said being a
dad is the toughest and most rewarding job I've ever had, he says.
No, being a lumberjack is being a dad was very low impact for Jim Carolla. He blew right through dad. It was very easy. Hung out, did the same thing he did pre-dad as he did post-dad. No problemo. Was real easy.
Yeah.
I went out in the yard and ran in a circle until I was out of wind and then came back in and fell asleep, and he read a book. That's how that worked. You don't have to be Bill Bixby from The Courtship of Eddie's Father. Look it up, bitches. It's a good reference. All right, so here's my point. People, these nut jobs, and by the way, I'm looking at my screen, but the millennials are 81 to 96, and the Gen Z is 97 to 2012. Could we just round up? Just go
2000.
Just go 2000 to 2010. Or anyway, here's the point. These assholes are narcissists. They don't want to take care of and or spend money on other creatures in their home, and they've all bought into global warming. So they think the Earth. They all listen to fucking Al Gore. So they think the Earth's going to end in the next 12 years anyway. So if you shit out a kid next year, that kid's not going to see his 13th birthday, according to these wackadoodles. So they literally think, why would you have a kid if I guarantee this generation buys in strong into climate change? Why would you want to have a kid if the climate was going to end and the kid literally wouldn't get to college and or will contribute negatively to climate change by their carbon footprint? So that's one. 2, they're narcissists. They don't want to do shit for other people. 3, the part where they go, we don't have enough money to raise a kid. Well, from now, going all the way back to time, the dawn of time, it doesn't cost money to raise kids. It takes effort. You have to do things. Half the China, how many billion people you got there?
We had the one-child policy. My mom was getting punished. She had no money. She had 3 kids.
Here's the thing. Here's the caveat. No, there's not enough money for you to raise a kid and eat sushi twice a week.
Yeah.
And travel. And go out and see movies at the theaters that have the reclining seats, the menus, and order drinks, and live the life you want to live. That's what they're saying. It's not that we don't physically have enough money to buy cereal and pajamas. It's we want to fucking travel and we want to eat sushi and we don't have the money to travel and eat sushi if we have kids. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I think so. I think they just prioritize themselves.
Every one of those nut job people are like, they go, oh, we're traveling. There's all these stories. They go, look, we don't have kids. We're 40. We get to eat out every night. We get to travel. It's all about them. It's all about narcissism. This is where we're heading. This is where we're all going to end up with fucking Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, my God.
God willing.
All right, hot New York City club bans cell phones to get more people on the dance floor.
Wait, New York Comedy Club? No, it's just like it's a comedy club or just a club?
Well, let me see if I can unravel this. Most comedy clubs don't have dance floors. So I'm going to go. It's a shame. I wish people get out there and boogie a little bit when I'm telling my jokes, but I'm going to go on a limb and say this is a dance club.
Oh, dance.
The Palace, a Sini lounge and nightclub in Soho that draws a fashionable crowd in their 20s and 30s, will forbid guests from using their phones starting Thursday. Owner Ben Robertshaw told the Post that the new rule intends to promote privacy and more socializing on the dance floor. The club is known for its DJs and bringing in big names such as Diplo and Khalees. We want to make sure.
Diplo and who?
Khalees.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Khalees is like, isn't the milkshake brings all the boys to the yard?
Is she from up over?
She's definitely from up over.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Diplo's from down under, I think.
Okay.
So, the club announced a new policy, a post on Instagram. And
did they use a phone to post it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So they've invested $10,000 in hundreds of Yonder phone-free pouches.
Oh, the pouch. All right, let me jump in here.
Yeah.
I think this is good, and I think people need to be removed from their phones. It's bad for your mental health, and I think what people need to do, haven't given this speech in a while, is you need to sort of play a game with yourself where you go, I'm going for a hike and I'm not going to bring my phone. And then, and it's always like, everyone does this what if. Like, what if what? Like, what if you stumble across a terrorist cell up in the hills and you got to call the FBI? It's like, you're not going to do any of that. You're just going to take a fucking hike and you're going to come back. Simple little rules such as, we look around. You've done the show multiple times.
Yes.
Mayhem's done it multiple times. Have you ever seen my phone inside of this studio?
No.
I will not bring my phone in this studio. And then people go, what if there's an emergency? And I go, if there was, I would call after the show anyway. So make little games, make little rules. Like I'm going to go out to dinner with a friend. I'll shut my phone off. I'll have it because I, left the house. Physically shut it. Don't put it on vibrate. Don't put it on mute or something. It was just phone off. I'm eating dinner with this person here. Or I'm going to the club. I'm going to the movie theater. I shall shut my phone completely off, or I shall just leave it in the car. Just make some space where you go, I'm taking a hike, phone staying at home. I'm seeing a movie, phone staying in the car. I'm going into the studio or whatever your version of work is, and phone off. Phone off. Just no one's going to tell you to do it. No one's going to force you to do it. You're going to go insane. you need to make little rules
It's
for yourself.
very important. I used to write jokes notes on my phone. It just drive me crazy. I go to my Instagram, go to my email. Now I just write on an old notebook, and it just is amazing. Then you forgot the phone. You look at the book.
Yes.
It just is life changing.
All right. I don't know if you have any more news, but we need to take a quick break. I got stuff to talk about as well. Mayhem, you got some other stories there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get to a couple more of those, and we'll do that right after this.
Cool.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly offers friendly, helpful service and the parts and knowledge you'll need for all your maintenance and repairs. That's right. It's not just about maintenance. You got to repair it every once in a while yourself. I've been going to O'Reilly since, knee-high to a bull weevil? I don't know what they say, grasshopper. I've always gone to O'Reilly. I used to live up in the hills in La Crescenta. I'd go to the one up on Foothill. Still there. Passed it the other day. They've got thousands of parts and accessories in stock, either in-store or online, so you'll never have to worry if you're in a jam. The team at O'Reilly Auto Parts can test your battery for free in or out of your car, which is nice. You don't have to pull it. If it needs to be replaced, they'll help you find the right battery for your vehicle. Need your windshield wipers replaced, brake light fixed, quick service. They'll help you find the right part or point you to the nearest local repair shop for help as well. Whether you're a car aficionado or an auto novice, you'll find the team at O'Reilly knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, friendly. So the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto, do-it-yourself, and you can find what you need in the store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam.
It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Ace man, Sean from Pennsylvania, driving down Route 55 in New Jersey. Just passed a sign that says, hang 10 of your fingers on your steering wheel. Mahalo.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Yeah. There's information we need to pass along, and that information is use your fucking signal, which I've never seen on a sign ever. It would speed things up. We'd prevent accidents. We'd be a better society if people use their goddamn signal, and they will not, and it's never been placed on a sign. It's always just some sort of cute turn of phrase that means nothing to anybody. I passed a sign on PCH 2 days ago, and I forgot was out there. It's right along the edge of PCH, and it says, give cyclists 3 feet of space, because there's weird people that ride their bicycles down PCH during traffic time.
Sketchy.
I have no idea. I race cars, and I'd be way too scared to ride a 10-speed down PCH during. I'll bet you half the guys who ride the bike pass the memorial of 55 white car tires planted in the ground representing people that have died on a bike on PCH. But they just ride that 10-speed down PCH. Cars going by them 10 inches away from them. Okay. But it says give them 3 feet. But because the idiots that run California have now let homeless drug addicts park their Winnebagos all up and down PCH, and the Winnebagos are wide, and they have those openings where the window, the daybed slides out another 24 inches. That is now almost going into the lane. That is up against the lane. So if you wanted to give the cyclist 3 feet, you'd have to go into the other lane 3 feet and fucking hit a car. So my thing is like, get rid of the Winnebagos and the homeless guys dealing fentanyl out of it, but at least, if not, get rid of the fucking sign, because we can't give them 3 feet because you guys are letting homeless people park Winnebagos on the edge that are taking up the space. And what I need, and I realize this, the only way any of this shit ever gets fixed is somebody's got to die. I got to kill a cyclist.
I thought we were killing homeless.
No,
but
if No. This is what we're going to do.
All right.
Okay? No, I like where your head's at.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm in.
Okay. We find a homeless guy, right? And look, I'm not an asshole. We make sure he's a little bit older. You know what I mean? Not a lot left in the tank. You know, I'm not talking about 19-year-old runaway prostitute homeless. I'm talking 63, haggard, hasn't been to the dentist in 12 years. You know what I mean? Bad shape homeless guy, right? All right. And we grab him. You know, anywhere, downtown LA, Santa Monica, whatever. This is something I'm going to need your help
Yeah, this
with,
is my
Mayhem.
expertise.
This
I
is
got
something
this.
you could do. You got the truck, you got the forearm.
Yeah.
You could do this. You know, the chokehold. And we go, now listen, 63-year-old haggard homeless guy. I'm going to give you a lot of cocaine and some spending money. I'll give you 8 ball of cocaine and $500 cash. Okay? And here's what I need. I'm going to take you home. We're going to clean you up. We're going to shave that beard. We're going to put a little Grecian formula in you. Trim up that mop there. We'll clean you up. Get those cuticles pushed, you know. Get you cleaned up nice. Get them cleaned up. You've seen the sort of makeovers. Mm-hmm. Some of those guys, you go, wow, that guy's actually a pretty good-looking dude when he gets the shave and the haircut and everything. Get them all cleaned up, right? I go, well, listen. Now remember, it's $500, 8 ball of cocaine. It's just a day's work. Mm-hmm. I need you to put this Cinzano cycling outfit on.
Exactly.
It's a Team Cinzano.
Sponsored.
Tight-fitting, one-piece cycling outfit. You look good in it. By the way, you're fit. You know, homeless guys ain't fat. You know, put that on. Gonna need to put the cycling cap on, like from the 70s. You know, the Tour de France little cap, the little bill on it. Here's some shoes, some special cycling shoes for you. Yeah, okay.
Water bottles in the back.
Water bottle. Yes, we're not gonna have water in it, but we don't need the water. But it will have the bottle.
Yeah.
The bottle's in the cage there in the back, right? We'll get you up on this bike. We'll put it in the back of Mayhem's truck. We'll put you in the back. Got the cocaine. You know what? I'm gonna give you the $500 right now. I'm with $500. Take the cash. I'm gonna hang on to the cocaine. Okay, but after. All I need you to do, we're gonna pull off at in Malibu on PCH. We're gonna pull over at the steak place right there on not Morton's. I always forget the name of that steak
Roots
place.
Chris.
No, there's one right in the middle of Mastro's.
Mastro's.
We're going to pull over on Mastro's, right in the middle of PCH here. We're going to pull in the parking lot. We're going to do this during the day. There's not going to be traffic in the Mastro's parking lot, right? Then I'm going to get the bike out, right? Get the bike out. I'll be following you in my car.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to get the bike out, get you on the bike. And you just start pedaling down PCH. And when we get to Santa Monica, I'll give you the coke. It's only a mile. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. I'll meet you down in Santa Monica, down at the Jonathan Club. The Jonathan Club is down there. It's a mile down. Just pedal, and I'll be down there with the cocaine, and I'll meet you. I'll go, okay. He'd take off on his bike, and then I would say to Mayhem, I'm going to get my car. I'm going to start driving down PCH toward the Jonathan Club. I need you to call me in exactly 30 seconds. And then I'd be driving, and I would see this guy, the homeless guy, dressed in full cycling gear, driving by the Winnebagos, and then Mayhem would call, and I'd go to pick it up, and I'd pretend to drop the phone, and I would turn hard right and jam this guy right into the side of a Winnebago and kill him on the spot.
Brutal.
And then there'd be a big uproar. Oh, man. C-list celebrity kills homeless guy, you know, and I'd go, I do a blood alcohol test. I got nothing in me. I was driving into work. Mayhem was doing the news. Fair to middling job, but that's not really what we're here to talk about. He called me, and I just fumbled my phone, and I went for it, and the thing jammed, and I hit this poor cyclist guy. And now he's gone, and nothing's ever going to bring him back. I'd get Mark Garagos, to represent me, lawyer up. Obviously, I'm fine. I didn't do anything wrong. I got no blood. I got no alcohol in my blood or drugs or anything like that. So this is a tragic accident that wouldn't have happened if those Winnebago campers weren't parked all along. People would then be outraged. We'd be outraged. and those campers would all be fucking gone the next weekend. That's what'll get rid of those campers. There's no city council memos. There's no governors intervene. Nothing. They're just going to be there, and they're never going to leave. But if we could waste one homeless guy.
Bicycle Jesus.
Yeah, he can't look like a homeless guy. That's the thing. He has to look like just a cyclist. I'll give the cocaine to the next of kin. Or maybe pull the 500 out of his shorts. Give that to Mayhem, because he helped out.
Yeah.
Mayhem knows how to keep it zipped. He's not a talker.
That's a good plan. Fighters don't talk.
That would work. Would that not work? That would work. You would have to kill one cyclist. And I don't want to kill a fucking father of 3 who's a lawyer and upstanding in the community. We'll get the homeless guy.
Yeah.
But
Clean
we have
him
to
up,
make a
kill
whole
him.
backstory for this guy. He has to have like sponsorships, and we got to make a Facebook page now.
Yeah,
for a
you're
plan
right.
3 years from now.
Yeah, and I don't think he needs to be professional cyclist. I just mean he's just one of those jackoffs who wears the outfit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That would totally work.
Would it work or would it work?
It will work. In China, we don't have homeless people. We just when we see a homeless person, we put them in a bus and take them somewhere nice. Or if there's a cleaning, if some government official come to a city, they want to make sure the city looks nice. They'll get all the homeless in a bus and take them far, far away to a place that is a desert or in the mountains. The one who can survive comes out. The one who's dumb should die. So there's this brave heart to come out, and he found a job. He survives. That's a story of redemption. And then the one who dies should die because why?
I think, did Jeff Probst host this show?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. That sounds like a good show. I will watch that show.
I'd
watch the doc too on the making of us killing the homeless guy. Although I would release it at a later date, like after the statutes of limitations ran out. You know?
He's a Malibu hero, though. That homeless guy would be a hero.
Yes.
One guy on a bike flattened against one of those Winnebagos, and they would all fucking be gone the next day. A wagon train of tow trucks would show up the following day. Everyone would be outraged. It's going to happen eventually. I just say I would like it sooner than later, and I don't want it to be with the taxpayer. I want it to be with the homeless guy. All right, one more story with you.
A portrait found in Maine attic unexpectedly sold for $1.4 million. Could it be the long-lost Rembrandt? Yeah, during the routine house call to a private estate in Camden, Maine, auctioneer Kaja Velelu made an unexpected discovery in the property's attic, a 17th century painting of a young woman wearing a cap and a ruffled collar.
See, I'm from the Valley, and we don't have attics or basements. So we can't lose our virginity or find something that's super valuable because we have flat roofs and slabs.
Yeah.
And everyone who has a basement loses their virginity in the basement. And then later on, they find something really valuable in the attic. But when you have a flat roof and you're on a fucking slab, you don't get laid and you don't get paid. Thank you.
Well, the artwork appeared to have been painted in the style of Dutch master Rembrandt, and a label on the frame's reverse claimed it was by him. The paper slip, which appears to have been issued by the Philadelphia Museum of Art, also suggests the painting was loaned to the museum in 1970. So this thing was floating around, like you said, someone's attic, and now got sold for $1.4 million.
Jesus Christ. Art is really expensive.
Yeah.
And, people have a thing, like I like cars, and cars get really expensive. Vintage cars, cars with a story, old race cars, stuff like that. And people talk about that with art as well. But I would kind of argue that art is great, but you can't sit in it, you can't fire it up, you can't take it around the block. You know what I mean? You can't hear it. You know, like I like the stuff that's a little more
interactive,
tangible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's guys from my vintage car, whatever. Nick Mason from Nick Mason from the band
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. Sorry, I had Steely Dan because Steely Dan and Pink Floyd they're both named after like vibrators or something.
Pink Floyd is named after 2 blues musicians.
Oh, really? Steely Dan, then, is
Steely Dan was,
okay, all right. Pink Floyd should be a dildo, but anyway. Nick Mason's got a $75 million Ferrari GTO in his collection, amongst other things. But if you go to the Goodwood Festival in England, it's there, and he's driving it.
75 million?
I'd say Nick Mason's GTO, and you can kind of try to look stuff up, but there's no comps. But it could be $62 million.
How the hell does a car cost that much, Ace?
You buy it for like 80 grand in 1989, and it becomes a Ferrari GTO. I mean, there's a Mercedes that went for 140 million.
It's the story behind it, right?
And they only made a certain amount, and it ran at Le Mans, blah, blah, blah. But he's there. The car's there. He's sitting in it. Yeah. He fires it up. Mm-hmm. All right, let me give everyone a plug here. Mayhem, what are your official
I'm Mayhem
plugs?
Miller at everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Except for TikTok, for some reason, somebody stole that from me. So I'm Mayhem Miller MMA.
Jiaoying, what do you got?
Jiaoying Summers, JIAOYING SUMMERS, all social media, and summerscomedy.com is my comedy tour.
I'm going to be in Salinas at the Sports Complex coming up on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I'll be at Kimmel's Club in Vegas. You can get on Carolla.com for all the live shows. Until next time, it's Adam. For Jiaoying Summers and Mayhem Miller saying, mahalo.